Well, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, capital B, capital E. And welcome yourself to your practice and to your space. And this is me giving you a warm embrace, opening up, yes. And I'm going to take that right back. And just feel into the energies where you are. You can even move your hands like they're like a little 1960s, 70s TV antenna, and just tune in. And then once you kind of feel some frequency, something in your hands, inhale and lengthen tall. And then embrace that energy around you and gather it in. Bring your hands maybe to touch, maybe to not touch, just in front of your heart space. Bow your chin. And maybe starting off with this mantra, I am creative flow. Feel your breath flowing within you. And creativity coursing through you. Take one big inhale. Exhale maybe through your mouth. And on your next inhalation, lengthen with your chin. And we'll call ourselves home and open this practice. Chant Om together 3 times. Take a full inhale, release this inhale completely, and we'll inhale fully to the end. Bowing your chin. And then pause here. Begin to rub your palms together like you're creating fire. And soften your gaze or keep your eyes closed. You can let your fingers kind of trace along the inseams of each other as you do this. And then we're going to place these palms over your eyes. So when you're ready, just sealing your eye sockets, rest your head in your hands. And just dropping into the darkness. This is, where the spark of creativity begins, from the dark. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly begin to release your hands. Set your hands on your thighs, lift your chin, and slowly open your eyes. Okay, good. We're going to stay sitting for a little bit, so do what you need to do. And we're just going to start with some neck rolls, and we're going to do them really slowly. So you just drop your head to one side and just pause there, and maybe you shift a little bit. See if you could bring yourself back into a long neutral spine as best as you can. And as you exhale, roll your chin down to your chest. Even lift the heart a little bit. Take the solar plexus back, the mid belly back, low belly back. Let the jaw go, shoulders go, and now roll your head to the opposite side. And again, just, feel the imbalance in the head and just find some balance. Good. And then inhale. And as you exhale, roll the chin down and all the way over to the other side. And we'll just do that a few times. We'll just go as slow as you need to. Listening to all the sounds. And if you don't have any neck issues, you might want to take that to, a full roll. Otherwise, just continue going side to side for a few moments. Just really be here, lubricating your neck joints, and just feeling all the attachments, the shoulders. If you're going full circle, just change, circle the opposite way. So we're just inviting in this opportunity of deep listening, of deep connecting. Listen to your breath. Just inviting in this sacred flow of reconnecting, recreating. And then we'll let the head drop down. So once you're there, interlace the fingers behind the head, bring the elbows in, and start to curl in. You don't have to, you're not going for a forward fold. You're just releasing your head down, letting the back round back, let the shoulders drop as much as you can, the jaw drop. I'm not really pushing into the head. I'm just letting the weight of the hands melt something here. And you're counterbalancing by taking the heart back. Let the shoulders go. Let the jaw go. Elbows are hanging heavy. And then stay in the forward fold. Just release your hands. Let the hands just rest on the floor. And just feel this lightness. Maybe your head just starts to come up. And take it all the way up. Good. Okay, if you're cross-legged, change the cross of your legs. And we're just going to take twist. So I'll take the right hand behind, left hand over. And just turn. And then we'll floss this twist. So the hands stay where they are. You're just turning yourself in the twisty shape a few times. Just feel like, oh, you're opening up your shoulders. Your neck is also getting this little side to side. Heart space is moving. And then we'll settle into the twist. Okay, so once you're in, maybe you re-lengthen and you turn again to see if there's room to go a little bit more. Let the jaw go. Turn the head as far as is comfortable. And then we're going to I'm just taking my left index finger to the center of the chin. I'm just going to push the chin in. And that way you come back a little bit. And just take maybe 2 more breaths here. And then we're first going to release the head. So you'll inhale. And as you exhale, turn your head all the way to the left. Keep opening the right shoulder. Let the jaw go. Tuck the chin in. Inhale. Good. And then release. Come back to your center. Pause here. If you need to do something with your legs, do that. And you could even just change the cross of your legs if you like. Good. Yes. And then we'll take twist second side. So just moving your hands over and take a few moments to welcome your body here. So we're flossing, we're moving the head, moving the chest. Yes. Just gently inviting your body in. Okay. Move into your twist. Pause. And as you inhale, re-lengthen yourself. Might even come out a little bit. And then bring yourself back in. And now I'm going to take the right index finger to the center of the chin and just tuck that chin in. And that lifts the heart a little bit. One more breath. And then stay in your twist. Inhale. As you exhale, just turn the head, but keep the body twisting to the left. Take a nice big breath in. And release. Bring yourself to face forward. Turn your palms up. And just bask in this, creative, energetic flow. Okay. I'm going to stretch my legs out. I'll just give them a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then we'll do a little foot massage. And we are going to put fingers in toes. So if you're wearing your socks, take them off. And just put your feet any way that makes sense. Any way that you can see the sole of your foot. Okay, start with whichever foot you like. I'm noticing that my toes are a little purple. And so that's just, maybe you notice something. Just love this foot up. Get the center of the foot both ways. We honor the middle. And then we'll honor the heel, the balls of the feet, and your toes. Maybe tell her she or he or they, non-gender foot. You just look spectacular today. Healthy and pink and happy. Okay, and then I'm going to take the fingers of the opposite hand and weave them through. And just take the other hand, maybe pull the toes up if there's room, separate them more. And then just be in this moving of the foot if that works. And I'll say it every time, if you just get your fingers in between your toes and that's what's happening today, you just go, wow, look what I can do today. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just going to give this foot a little twist. And then before I take the fingers out, I'm just going to spread them. Yeah, and then love that foot up. Okay, take a moment, compare your feet. And then we'll do the opposite one. So whichever works. Spend a few moments waking this foot up, acknowledging all of its parts. It's the sacred geometry of your foot, mimicking the curves of the spine, the inseam of your foot. Yes. Okay. And then I'm just going to give the toes a nice little twist and moving around, and then I'll thread the fingers of the opposite hand in between the toes. Okay, whatever you're doing, you're gathering information and creating new pathways. Okay, so I'm just going to start to move this foot around, move the toes around, watch the foot move, smile and breathe. Yeah. Good. Okay, and then I'm just going to start to twist the foot a little bit with the fingers and the toes. Okay, and then we'll spread the toes, a little shake, and then we'll take the fingers out, warm our foot, and then take a moment to just admire your work. Yes. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with child's pose. And if that, if being on your belly isn't your place today, just can lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. And if you want to put a prop underneath your knees or whatever you need, bolster, just use your props in a way that is nourishing. And as I start to settle in, I'm starting to rock a little bit side to side. Just gently encourage this. So you take your time. Don't have to lower the chest until you're ready. Okay, so we're here for 5 breaths. And what's nice about starting with child's pose is that you get right into all these joints. And it's an opportunity to just feel what's happening in your body. And to feel your breath. And let your heart get a little heavier. Okay. And then we'll come up to hands and knees, and we'll take a little downward facing dog. And let's use this dog just to wake up. So I have my feet are quite a bit apart, almost mat distance. I'm just going to pedal the feet. Lift your tail. I'm going to tuck your chin in a little bit like we did. So overstretching the front of the neck. All right. Let's take one more breath here. Breathe out. And then lift your heels high, come down onto your knees, and we'll take cat-cow. I have my toes tucked under just to open the soles of the feet. Just moving through your cat and your cow. Maybe that's a little bit of rocking front to back. Really feel like, this is a movement of the entire spine from the tail to the crown of your head. Be in that with your breath and everything that's happening. Take one more. Cat and cow. Okay, and then we're just going to drop onto the tops of the feet. I'm going to take child's pose again. This time the feet are going to go almost in line with the knees. And just sit back. If that's no good, just bring your feet together. It turns it more into like a Savasana child's pose. It might feel nice. If it doesn't, honor that. And change it. Really anchoring the tops of the feet down. One more full breath in. And breathe out. Good. Okay. I'm going to come up to hands and knees, and we're going to drop onto the forearms. It's like we're doing almost a sphinx. And so you have your wrists in line with your elbows as best as you can. And then we'll bring the palms to touch. We'll interlace the fingers, and you have that one little pinky on the bottom. Just tap it in so both pinkies can be felt. Now I'm going to bring the elbows in a little bit more. Push. So don't move your forearms or your arms on the floor. You just push out. So you roll more onto the outer edges of the arms. Hope that makes sense. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, and then exhale and press up to this forearm belt. So the forearms are pushing down and away, and you pedal your feet, you rock front to back. It's going to press into our strength for one more moment. And then drop down to your knees. This time I'm going to bring my knees together and the feet together and release into a more compressed child's pose. So whatever works for you, you can support your head with your hands or stay on your forearms. Good. Okay, release yourself. Breathe. One more breath. Nice, okay. So we're gonna come to sit again. I'm gonna take that from hands and knees. Widen the knees, cross the ankles, and then just float yourself over as best as you can. If that doesn't work, you just bring yourself into sitting, stretch your legs out for a moment, wiggle your toes. Good. Okay, and then from here, I'm just going to sit up nice and tall, as best as you can. If you need to bend your knees, that could be very helpful. Heels are anchored. Inhale, and then exhale. Just start to move yourself forward into forward fold here. And that could just be sitting upright, dropping the head. Just be very kind. I'm going to add a little hip walking. So just push one leg away and the other away a few times. And that might open up something for you. Okay. And then just drop in whenever you're ready. We're going to let the head go. And we're looking just to feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. So if you're feeling that, you're there. If you're not feeling that, maybe you flex your feet a little more so that the shoulders are soft, the head is soft. Be with your breath. Feeling that stretch, no matter how far folded you are, just looking to find that stretch. Good. Take two more breaths here. Let the jaw go, the eyes go. And then slowly walk yourself back upright. Good. Okay, and take the hands down, bend the knees, open the feet, and we'll just do some seated windshield wiper a few times. Okay. All right, so we're going to come to standing, not for long. So, okay, so you can do this anyway. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to walk the feet in, hands are down. I'm going to lift the hips, walk your hands over. And then once you're in this little squat, let's just roll over the ankles a few times because this is such good work. Good. Okay. All right. So we are going to come to a forward fold. I'm going to start with a downward dog. So if you'd like to take a downward dog, just Take your dog for a few breaths. And then we'll walk our feet, maybe one giant step at a time to the front. Feet can be a nice distance apart. And we're just gonna rock the hips side to side. And the hands, they might stay where they are. You might be bending your knees. The head is turning side to side. Be in this creative flow. Good. Okay, and then bring yourself to center. As you inhale, just lift your head, your heart. And exhale, fold. Okay. Whatever you need to do to make this comfortable, meaning if you need to bend your knees a lot, do that. Feel your feet on the floor, lift your toes, and press the feet down. And some of you might notice as you do that, the legs want to straighten. Great. Okay, hang. Breathe. And then we're going to come up. So I'm going to bend the knees a lot. Roll up like you're doing your cat-cow. Feel the tailbone drop. The whole spine is lifting. The head is hanging. Until you come upright. Then pause if you feel dizzy. Just smile, breathe it away. Good. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to come to the wall. And you might grab your 2 blocks. Let's see, I'm going to take my blocks. And we're just going to place them a little bit in front. We're just going to lean the hips at the wall. So the feet come forward. Find the wall. You take your tush to the wall. Maybe hands to your blocks. And then feel into your feet. The same thing we did just a moment ago. You're going to lift your toes and really anchor the feet down. And as you push the feet down, you might get the legs to go straight. Okay, and now my arms are straight. I'm just going to lift my head and my heart. Really anchor in the insoles of your feet. So that's the big toe ball of the foot, the inner heel. And then go to the outer heel and the baby toe ball. And then exhale and fold. And so again, I'm going to say it again, if you need to bend your knees, do that. Okay, once you're here, do some hip walking. Walk one hip up the wall and then the other. See if you can you scoot your tush a little higher up the wall. And if you need to change the position of your feet, make any of this happen. It's just part of your creative process. Good. Okay, so we're just going to hang out here for one more moment. And anchor the feet again. Find that hip to sit bone connection. Okay, then press into your hands. Lift your head and your heart. Look forward. Okay, I'm going to start to sit down. You're going to let your tush slide down. And heel toeing my feet a little wider. I know I need more space. Maybe the forearms come to the thighs. Okay, and we're here. I'm going to take my little finger to my chin. Just tuck the chin in. And then feel. And then maybe you might go hands to your thighs and take your back to the wall. You see what your back needs. So I'm really anchoring the feet. The knees are not coming in, they're staying in line here. I'm going to take the belly back, the chin back, the head is at the wall, and take my shoulders to the wall. Drop my arms. And there's a lot happening here. Take one more breath. Okay, then straighten your legs. So you kind of slide up the wall. Hands to the wall. Release yourself from the wall. Just stand and be. Just feel. Good. Okay, I'm going to inhale, just sweep your arms up. And then breathe out. We're just coming to regular old forward fold. I'm going to find my blocks. Okay, I'm going to walk the blocks forward. Like I'm almost taking my hips to the wall, but I'm not. So I want to counterbalance. Okay, make sure your feet are parallel. Bend your knees if you need to, and just hang your tush back like it wants to touch the wall. Maybe it's going to. Maybe you walk your arms a little bit further away. Now press your feet down. Lift your toes. And breathe to the strength of your legs. Extension of your spine. Tuck your little chin in. Okay, then we'll release. Coming down. I just move my blocks out of the way. And find child's pose. Okay, any variation you like. Drop in. Release yourself and feel what's changed and what's shifted. Good. Okay, we're gonna take a twisted child's pose. So if it's uncomfortable in child's pose, you can do it in cross-legged. Otherwise, inhale, lift your head and your heart, and then walk your hands over to the left. And you might have a block there. Maybe the block is gonna support your forehead. It doesn't have to. The hands can stay on the floor. I'm gonna shift my hips to the right, turn the head to the left, and breathe to whatever's happening. Let's take one more full breath in. Start your exhale and then walk yourself back to your center. Once you get to center, walk your hands back and just re-lengthen and then come back into your child's pose. Just pause here for a full breath in, full breath out. And then we'll inhale. And on the exhale, walk your hands now over to the right. Move your chest over maybe. And then once I'm in it, I'm going to just shift the hips over to the left, even if they feel like they're not going to go, because we've anchored that left hand. You're just bringing some more opening, creative flow opening into your left side. Take one more breath. And breathe out. And breathe in here. And you start your exhale and then you walk yourself back to center. Okay, we're going to take 5 breaths, either downward dog or child's pose, whatever you choose, I know we're all kind of in different places. So it's either, dropping in or take your downward dog. Okay, if you're in downward dog, really anchor your feet. Even if the heels are lifting, you just got to press them towards the floor and open up the backs of the legs. One more breath. Good. Okay. So I'm going to come back to sit. So I've dropped the knees nice and wide. You're going to cross your ankles. If it's your habitual cross, just change it. Walk your hands back. Go over if it works, or just bring yourself to sit. Okay, so we're going to take Janushirasana, and that's this pose. If you want to sit on a blanket or whatever you like, just sit on something. Okay, we're just going to start to move the hips. So once I'm here, you might use your hands to kind of help, or no hands, you're just rolling yourself side to side. And as I move, maybe this knee wants to come up, but maybe not. You just kind of feel. Good, okay, let's do one more, whatever you're doing. And then we're going to turn it, so we're going to take twist on the left. So you turn, drop your hands, and then find your chin in, all that stuff. Let's floss for a few moments. Keep your hands where they are. Just floss this twist. And as you're flossing the twist and you take your gaze to your right foot, anchor the center of the heel, maybe open the toes, and then drop into this twist on the left side. I'm going to take one big breath. Good. Okay, stay here. The right hand is holding the knee. If it's too much, you just change it. Now sweep the left arm up to the sky and start to just tilt over to the right. And you use the left knee as really anchoring down. You might even be flexing your left foot. And if that feels too much, take the left hand and just pop it behind your back. Okay, I'm going to drop the head. Dropping that right shoulder. I'm actually pulling it down. One more breath. And then release. From this, I'm just no hands. I'm going to turn now to face this right leg. So if you need to bring the left foot in, that's fine. It makes it a bigger twist. Okay, let your hands come down. Lengthen yourself and now walk yourself out over this right leg. And be kind, compassionate, and creative. Just going to let your head go. You might take the left hand and grab hold of the outside of the right foot. Then the right hand is, I have my right elbow bent. I'm pushing into the floor to lift the right side of the chest. That's going to give me a little bit more. And maybe you don't need that, but maybe you do. So you can play a little bit with that. Just pushing the right hand down, melting yourself over your leg. Okay, we're here for another 3 breaths. So maybe you soften everything. And then you can add some integrity back if you need it. That right foot, right hand. Good. Okay, release. Come up to sitting for a moment. Just shifting myself over. We're going to do Las Vegas as showgirl, showboy, show person. Okay, we'll put the left hand down. Okay, now just take this right hand like it's magic. Sweep it down. The right foot comes down and you just rise up onto your knee. Lift up. Maybe you tuck the left toes under. Maybe the right foot, I'm going to take my right foot back a little bit and open. You can turn your right hand, take that arm up and over your, I'm going to hit the wall here. I'm going to push into the wall. Good. And then release yourself. So it's nice and slow, like you're coming out of this beautiful dance. Good. Okay, stay in this shape. Turn and face the center of your legs. And here we're going to forward fold. Well, inhale. And then just walk yourself in. And, I love to floss the body. So if the hands come down or wherever they are, if you turn yourself a few times, and then you can walk yourself in. And again, maybe you have your block there if you like that. Support for the forehead. But if you don't have that, it's okay. Okay. And then just release yourself. Okay, once you're in this forward fold, you don't even need to look at your right foot. I'm just going to start to wave those right toes as if they're just waving at somebody out there. And then we're moving the hip. Okay, and then you're just going to find what you feel is like center, a place where maybe that right hip can relax a little bit. You might feel you need to shift your ribs a little bit to the right to let the right hip flexor rest. Melting your heart. We'll just rest in for 2 more breaths. It's okay. And then bring yourself upright. When you're ready, we're going to pause here. Just sit as you are. Okay, I'm going to take the left hand. It's going to find the right foot. So you do what you need to do. And then when you've got it, you're going to cross it over and extend it. And I'm just going to turn. So here it goes the foot. I'm just going to let it go. Yes, the arm is coming up. That's it. Here's the twist. Like you're hitchhiking. You're going to look at your thumb. Take your chin in, your heart in. Press out through that leg. Like you're activating that foot. You're going to pull the toes up and just press out through the heel, inner and outer. 1 more breath. And then we're going to switch hands. So the right hand is going to grab maybe the heel. You can have your left hand on the floor. You find it. Maybe you lift it up. You just give glory. Maybe the hand wants to go to the outside of the foot. Lift your heart. You can turn your hands like they're little antennas. Maybe the left hand turns up. You look up or look straight. Breathe. Left foot might be active. Look, I'm even lifting the left heel. Good. Okay. Bring it in. You're going to hold it with both hands this time. So even if it's bent, and the thumbs are coming in, okay, and then some of you might straighten the leg, press out through your foot, drop the shoulders. It can be bent though. I've said it 1,000,000 times. It's all good. Okay. If you want to open your elbows and tuck your chin in and bring that leg in, I'm leaning back. I'm on the sacrum. Good. Okay. Release. Foot to the floor. Take your hands behind. Other foot to the floor. And just windshield wiper here a few times. Good. All right. Okay, I'm going to take a reverse tabletop intermission. So you work your steps. The hands might turn out. Okay, here you are. You're going to open your shoulders, open your chest, lift your tush up off the floor. Maybe it goes high. Maybe it stays low. Maybe we rock front to back. Just be wherever you are. Give glory, give joy. Look how creative you are with this great gift of embodiment. Okay, I'm going to slowly lower the tush down. How slow can you go? Oh, that slow. Okay, we're gonna change. Oh, maybe roll your wrists and then we'll change legs. Fun, Johnny on the second side. So the right leg comes in, left leg is out, sit on your blanket, whatever you need. Pause here. We're gonna start with the turning. So you could use your hands to help make that happen, but we're gonna roll the foot. That's probably the most important part here, is that we wanna really roll that hip. So the hands off the floor, you can reach them up in the sky if you want more. It's just, we're giving glory. Good. Okay, so knowing that we're gonna come to twist on the right. Okay, you find it, drop your hands, and then, be here. Maybe you floss it a little bit, just so you can maybe look at your left foot. Can I get that heel to center? Maybe I'm gonna spread my toes just for fun. And then move into your twist. Take the heart back, dropping that left hip towards the floor. Take the chin in. Even as you turn the head, drop your jaw, lift your heart. You can do all of that. Okay, you keep the left hand where it is. Release the right arm, reach it up, and just take your crescent over. And I'll say it again, if it's too much, put that hand behind your back. That's fine. It's actually lovely. Okay, really anchoring, breathing, extending. One more moment. And then release. You just come out completely, just sit for a moment, make any adjustments. Feel what you've done. Maybe you sit up nice and tall. Good. Okay, we're gonna take twists. So I'm gonna take the hands off the floor. You don't have to do that. Just to turn your chest to face the left leg. Okay, I didn't say this on the other side, but maybe you wanna suck that leg in. That's gonna help with the twist. So you see what you need. Inhale, and then as you exhale, walk yourself out over this leg, wherever you're gonna go. It's an offering from your heart, not from your chin. Maybe pull the chin in. Just release yourself wherever your body says, this is your spot. Start to feel that stretch. If you don't feel anything, add more flexion in the foot. Even the pressing out, like you're anchoring that foot to the floor, pushing out through both sides of the heel, balls of the feet. If your right hand wants to come over to the outside, that's fine. When you feel you're anchoring in the left hand, push it into the floor. It's going to lift the left shoulder. It's going to turn you a little bit. Okay. I'm going to leave you for a few breaths, not really leave you, but let you explore. I'm exploring too. Good. Okay. One nice big breath in, sigh it out. And then we'll start to come out. Okay, just sit for a moment. We're going to grab hold of that foot with the right hand. So do what you need to do to find it. On the outside. Now I'm going to cross it over, stretch it, maybe push through the foot if you can find all those beautiful places. Then the left hand can come off the floor and I twist, turn like you're hitchhiking. Look at your left thumb. Drop your jaw, take the chin in, press out through the leg. And then we're going to switch hands. So however you need to do that, you might start on the inside of the heel with the right hand on the floor, or maybe go right to the outside of the foot. Just find the best you can. Your Cirque du Soleil creative place here. Whatever it is, you're doing it. So smile and enjoy. Good. Okay, now we're gonna grab the foot with both hands. However that works, knee bent, spine. I'm gonna hold the heel, I got my thumbs there. I'm gonna push out through the foot. It's the pushing out through the foot that will lengthen the leg. Drop the shoulders, lift your heart. Be here. Maybe you really anchor that right foot to the floor. Like you lift the right knee a little bit. Maybe the right heel is going to lift. Just it's all hip to heel. You want to pull that leg in, the elbows come in. Maybe I tuck my chin. Rolling onto the sacrum a little bit. Good. One more breath. Okay, and then we're going to place that foot on the floor. I'm going to take the hands behind, feet down, and wherever works for you. You could even just do this, that's a lot happening. But we're going to start with windshield wiper. All right, and then we're going to anchor the feet, feel the hands, open the heart. This could be your bus stop. Take the chin in. The hips want to lift, that's good, great. Find some movement here in the shoulders, in this backwards extension. Good stuff. Okay, if you're hungry for more, let's heel toe the feet together. Bring the right knee in, lift the right leg up. Push through your foot, and then release, just change legs. Good, okay, feet down. Maybe the legs extend on the heels. Upward bow. And then we'll set the hips down. How slow can you go? And once you're here, pause, breathe. Maybe you need to shake your wrists out. We're going to take forward fold again with the legs straight. So as best as you can, just walk yourself forward. Maybe you do a little hip walking. The hips want to move back. Just feel. What can you release here, and how have things shifted? Okay, so now we're here, and we've already been here for 3 breaths. We're just going to come up. I'm going to walk the hands back either side of the hips. Lift yourself up from the base of your tail like you're rolling up from standing to standing. And then exhale, wave yourself back in. Okay, I'm just going to add one thing. Maybe the right hand finds the left foot and the left hand finds the right foot. So you've actually crossed your arms. And your head might drop in there. And just kind of rest. Now I'm just adding the press of the feet one more time. Taking my back, letting the head drop. So it's almost like an isometric action, pushing the feet away, back. Okay, to change the cross of the arms, take the bottom arm and just put it on top. Pause here. Good. Okay, one more full breath in, side out. Okay, maybe you roll yourself up. You put your hands wherever you need them to be. We're going to come up. Okay, good. All right, we're going to come onto the back. So I'm just going to lean back on the hands, lift the hips, scooch the hips forward. Maybe pause here for a moment. Let's do some shoulder crossing. Just basic plane. Okay, and then we're going to lie down. I'm going to take one block with me. I'm going to put that block behind the head to start, so that you feel your chin is dropping towards your chest. Take your arms out. Heel toe your feet a little wider. And then drop your knees in towards each other. Just pause here. Good. Let's do some knee walking. So the knees stay together. You just press the left knee away, right knee maybe moves in a little bit, and then they slide past each other. We'll just do that a few times. Good, okay, and then just come to rest again. Good. Okay, one more breath. Okay, I'm going to take this block out from behind my head. You might want to put a blanket there. Actually, I'll just do that with you guys. So we'll just take a moment and just swap it out. So you have some support for underneath your head. And then we'll come back down. Okay, then we're going to take that block underneath the sacrum. You lift your hips. Let's all have the block on the lowest height. Even if you go highest height, go lowest height. And find that block is on the sacrum. And once you're there, heel toe your feet. Maybe nice and wide, like when we did child's pose. Feet are in line with the knees. And then we'll start with a windshield wiper, just to roll over the sacrum. What you might find is that the inner knee can come down a little bit more. As you wave to the knees to the right side, the left knee comes in a little more. And just be in this a few times. Good. Okay, we're just gonna let the knees rock over to the left. So the right knee could drop in. Gonna turn your head to the right and just be here. So my left knee is facing up to the sky. Good. And one more full breath in and let everything melt into this. And then you'll lift the right knee up, bring the head to center, and drop your knees now towards the right. So the left knee is really coming in. Your head can turn to the left. Good. Okay. Then bring everything back. Heel toe your feet a comfortable distance apart. And then we're going to hug the right knee in and extend the left leg. So if you want to put your block on a higher height, you can do that. So just find, and the left leg might not extend, but I'm going to bring the right knee in and just pause here. Let yourself drop into the support of the block. Tuck your chin in a little more. Okay, if your left leg is extended, even if it's on the floor, find those four corners of the feet. Just push through, and you might even do the same with the right foot. One more breath. And then we'll change the legs, change the interlace of the fingers. And just be in your space, whatever you need. You find some integrity in the four corners of the right foot, maybe the left foot. And one more breath. Okay, hands are going to hold the block as you bring both knees in. Yes. Okay. Now I'm just going to take these legs for a little walk. So maybe you hold your block or you can hold your knees. The right knee comes in and then the left knee. So we're just doing this little thing. Just taking them for a walk. And we're also massaging two sides of the sacrum. Good. Okay, hug the knees in wherever they're going to go. Even if you don't have your hands on there, you're just supporting. You could even be holding the tops of the thighs. Flex through your feet. Now we're going to extend the legs straight up. So you might hold the block again. Take the legs up. Even if your knees are bent, you've got a beautiful visual of your feet. And then feel, I'm going to push through the inner heel, big toe ball of the foot, and then the outer heel, and the pinky ball of the foot, and maybe your toes spread. So just feel like you're holding maybe an elephant on your feet, and you're just pushing up. Oh, I don't want it to fall on me. Okay, I'm going to keep the right leg where it is. Extend the left leg. Pause as you push through both feet, and then the right leg's going to cross over the left, and the left is going to move to the right. Good. Now I'm going to open the legs out nice and wide as I change legs. So just give it a nice big circling, even to get some popping in your hip. Cross the left leg over the right, and the right leg moves to the left, and then do the same thing, nice and slow. This little leg extension. We'll do it one more time. So sweep it around, left leg on top. Good. Okay, and then we'll bring the legs up, but maybe they want to open out to the side first, and then they come up. We pause here, anchor your sacrum into your block. You're going to lower the feet to the floor. I'm going to try and see if I can get the heels to touch first. You see, whatever works. Maybe your toes need to touch first. Okay, once you're down, we'll take the hips off the block, come all the way down. Bask in that. Joyous grounding through your low back. Separate your feet, and let's just do windshield wiper one more time. And I'm heel toeing my feet a little wider here, getting as wide as I can. Enjoying all that hip work and the rolling side to side. Good. Okay, and now bring your feet right together. Knees are bent. Last little thing, I'm going to bring the left knee in, take the right hand, find that foot. And even if you just grab hold of your pants, or you can't, it's outside of the shin. Okay, now the right foot is on the floor. I'm going to walk the right foot to the left a little bit, drop the knee, and then roll over to the right as you maybe extend this leg. You might stay with it bent and just be here. Just find this. Good. And then you're going to bring yourself back. Now, notice the transition where all the learning happens. So then you change legs, change hands, walk your left foot into the right and roll onto the left side. Extend this leg wherever, even if it wants to come up, you just be here. One more breath. Good. And then bring yourself back onto your back. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Just hug them in and out a few times. This is your back massage. Okay, and then we're just going to do a little tushy cheek massage. So set your feet on the floor. Maybe the toes are going to touch first this time. And then the rest of the foot comes down. Feet wherever you like. Lift your hips. Put your hands underneath your hips like we do. So the palms are facing down, fingers are spread. Okay, and then you can heel toe your feet. We're going to come back to windshield wiper, and we're just using the hands and maybe even the wrists. Walk your hands around. So hopefully you're finding places of discomfort here, and you can breathe and smile. And if you want a little bit more, you bring these hands into little fists so that the pinkies are down and the thumb side is right underneath the cheeks. And I'm still rolling around side to side, getting into these places. It just feels so good to be massaged. Good. You can even have the fingers down and just be rolling around on your knuckles if you're in a fist. Okay, and then release. Take the arms out, stretch the legs out. Just do nothing. Okay, so we're going to set up for Savasana. I'm going to roll myself up. You could rock and roll, you could roll to the side, or you could just stay as you are. Yogi's choice. I'm going to reach the arms up to the sky. Heels are planted. I lift the head. Oh, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Okay, whatever works. Once you're up, then take your props if you're using them. Add your heating pads if you're using one. Okay, good. Just set yourself up for a very nice rest. The palms facing up if that feels good, or you might want to rest your hands on your body. So whatever you've chosen, whatever props you've chosen, just feel here you're entering into yourself so deeply, to feeling yourself grounded, maybe even taller, longer, more expanded version of you. Settling into the flow of your breath. Just say this, whatever age and stage you're at, there is always creative flow. Even creating your practice, your Savasana, your world, your inner world, your outer world. Feeling your shoulders drop, your chin rest in, your eyes resting. All your powers of awareness gazing into deep inside of you, the universe of you. I am creative flow. Shavasana. Beginning to deepen your breath. The tides of the ocean, just gently, slowly expanding. And creating the space to journey to awakening. It's by rolling ankles, the wrists, the fingers, the toes. Maybe turning the toes in and out, like you're waving the hands a few times. Stretch your arms over your head, give yourself a nice big stretch, expanding your canvas for whatever creative art project is going to be reflected on it. Bend your knees. Maybe you pause here for a few moments, wave your knees side to side. And then bringing these knees into your chest when you feel ready. Just being in this, this is a hug. From here, we'll roll to the side and just rest on your side for a few moments as well. Feel the heaviness of you just releasing back to the floor. You'll know when the body is ready and you're listening. Oh, yeah, it's ready. Okay, come on. Just sit and just receive, this energy field of you that has shifted, and the breath, the body. And as you exhale, you can start to bring these hands together. Maybe they touch, maybe not. Maybe they rest at the heart. Bow your chin. Great honoring and devotion and gratitude for you. For taking this time to connect to your own creative experience of this practice. On your next inhale, anchor the sit bones, lengthen tall, lift your chin, and exhale this breath. And join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra and one inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that prayer. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Bow your chin. Put in all your loving gratitude, compassion, and kindness into this. And then lift your chin and open your eyes and offer this to yourself. And then we'll offer it out. And then we take it back. Because you can't get enough of that stuff. It's good stuff. So, loving gratitude for every single one of you. Thank you for being here. Capital B, capital E. For sharing this space and sharing your time and your practice. And so much love from my heart. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you very, very soon. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Bye, everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you.